Yo, YouTube, what's going on? It's your boy, FaZe. We're back with another video, guys. We are back standing up, the stand-up gang. What's good, everybody? Today, learn from the pros. This is the best hardpoint game, the most technical hardpoint game that you may ever see. This was CDL Chicago this last weekend. FaZe versus Subliners. Subliners, 100-point club FaZe on St. Petrograd. It was a world-class effort of rotations and so much more. And so today we're going to go through some clips and show you how to rotate like the pros, how to play like the pros, and how to play a perfect hardpoint game. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let's get right into it. A nice little rotation here at the beginning of the game from FaZe before this game gets out of hand. So right here at the beginning, you're going to see MajorManiak hitting this full flank on Petrograd to go push for the spawns on P2. So obviously FaZe is starting on the bad side of the map, the side you don't want to spawn on this side, because the second hardpoint is in the back corner of the map, like at Hotel. It can be tough to break if you don't win the spawns. So that's exactly what MajorManiak is doing here. Personally, I'm a big fan of this play because if MajorManiak clutches up, you get those spawns and you can secure a lot of time on P2 most of the time. And so I personally love this type of play. Overall, the spawns like near pool are the best spawns for the majority of the hills, and so you're better off staying on that side of the map if you can. So let's just watch the clip real quick, then we can talk about it. Let's do it.
And that'll be a team kill for FaZe. Subliners hold on, and this is just a great bit of time. FaZe already thinking about maybe the rotation. We're gonna hop over to MajorManiak, and this is part of the reason we think we saw that change, right? We talked to Crowder a little bit about it. Like, there's this swap between main AR and Flex, and MajorManiak felt, I think, a little bit more comfortable being that route man. I mean, how many times do we say that?
I mean, just look at where he is right now, right? Like, he wouldn't be able to challenge these gunfights with an AR. So, like, you want your man rotating to have a sub, and it looks like he will flip. His Celium spawns right next to him. So, a great job by New York to find those 40 seconds. But MajorManiak with a response to get to these spawns as we rotate towards Cafe. Yeah, there's just so many of those.
But yeah, man, great stuff there for MajorManiak. I mean, and like what Merc and Maven were saying during the clip there, MajorManiak has been the route man, you know how they label it, for FaZe, which is the guy who usually rotates early. He'll hit the flank, he'll play the spawns and make those long-term plays. And so that's like an example of that role that comes out right there very obviously, and of course very effective for FaZe early on in the game. Petrograd, the spawns are so crucial on this map. Some maps, some hills, you know, the spawns may not affect that hill specifically, or maybe even the next hill as much. Petro, though, you can make some money hills if you manipulate the spawns the right way, and FaZe did a good job here. But from here on out, New York Subliners manipulate the spawns, control the map better than anybody else. So let's check it out. So this next clip is just a little bit later near the end of this P2 hill, and the Subliners break the hill and they know exactly where FaZe is spawning. So this hill can be really rough. The spawns are really sticky behind pool. Like, you can basically get spawn trapped pretty easily if the team maintains P2 hill control and blue control. You're immediately gonna spawn them in that back corner. So let's watch together how the New York Subliners get this map control, manipulate the spawns, and then on the rotation, they set up across the whole map, pinning FaZe in their spawn. So let's check it out. Pay attention to main map. Let's go.
There's another reason why they also did that switch. They feel like this guy's the best AR in the world, right? I mean, and he's showing it why. I mean, he's on a 5-spear right now, just winning some ridiculous gunfights. The guy sometimes just doesn't miss.
Yeah, I'm sure Celium was a big fan of the change.
Yeah.
He's looked so strong with that in his hand. Now, the hero of the map 3, well, sorry, the map 2 was Priestahh. That solid map 3, but he was really the one that kind of bailed him out of the search and destroy. He's 0-5 to kick this off, and it's a 40-point lead for Subliners as a result. 9-2 on a 4 spree is Temp, so we'll get right over to his POV as he works to get inside to Hazmat. 2 players already working around the back now for FaZe. The pinch attack is there with Priestahh on the other end of it. Can Subliners hold strong? They at least have the back spawn.
Yeah, it's a big win by Zoomaa right there on the MajorManiak as well. Accuracy, and I find another one. You said it. They have the back spawns. They have the close ones, so they can flood on through.
Yeah, man, that map control gets me so pumped. So I think a lot of amateur teams oftentimes will rotate immediately to the hill and be content sitting in like Hazmat or back at 10 or something like that. But FaZe, again, it gives them so much flexibility where they can die, then still spawn up, push towards hill. The map control they have here, pinning them back in pool, putting them into A-bomb, just amazing. And they set themselves up for a great hold on P3 to secure him even more time. So this hill is where things start to get out of hand for FaZe, and where New York, really establishes their foothold and their dominance on this map. So they do a great job of fending off FaZe here and defending this hill. And then they're able to flip the spawns spawn them in the back. This is how Petro can flip on its head real quick when teams are able to make this happen. And Temp makes the hero rotation to flip these spawns and literally secure so much time for New York here. So there's a lot of things going on. First of all, we see that Temp actually decides to start rotating with 35 to 40 seconds left on the hill. That's actually insane. That's risky to say the least, because if you lose that hill and you're not there to help get that last trade, you could potentially lose out on a lot of time. But the thing is, they have the luxury of risking and gambling with that time because of how well they played the first 2 hills. So this is just a very heads-up situation from New York Subliners. Like, they know they have points to give, and they are willing to take the risk to put this game away early. So let's watch the clip, then we can talk about it again. First, pay attention to Temp's early rotation, and then pay attention to the Subliners setup on this new hill with how much map control that they have. It's absolutely beautiful.
Flood on through. And you need this time because as we rotate over to Pool Hall, you get stuck back here. That's a lot of time wasted as soon as we get there. But it looks like Temp already on the rotation. Look at number 3 on your mini map. He started rotating with 40 seconds left. He's already inside a Pool Hall. A great heads up play out of Temp.
Yeah, someone's been watching Envoy. We've highlighted this since what feels like 3-4 events ago. Yeah. On this map, he would really rotate so much early in the title. It would lead to so much time for Huntsman. Now Huntsman just forgot how to play hardpoint, but there was a time where it looked good. A massive lead now for Subliners. Now, will this early rotation from Temp pay off? Look how far pushed out the rest of them are going to be. The rest are out towards mid-map. All 3 will drop. So the first step now down from FaZe to apply pressure, but by getting that early rotation, holding down mid-map, you kind of give yourself an extra wave to work with.
Yeah, I mean, they just got here, right, with 40 seconds left. They haven't even gotten on the hill. This is all due to Temp and his play. Now Simp trying to get inside. Abizi's going to be the first one through. Accuracy locking down middle of the road with the M4. There's 3. MajorManiak, who is going to be number 4. Mack, Zoomaa, Mack. They are all picking up these multi-kills, locking it down. And this is one of the more ridiculous score lines we have ever seen in hardpoint this year.
Yeah, I mean, Temp's 9-3, Attach is 9-4. Like
they're just out rotating. That's all it is. They're out rotating them.
We're deep into this, and they just barely have any deaths. Yeah, it's pretty easy to play this game when you have the early rotation on just about every single hardpoint.
Oh, baby, isn't it nice, man? I mean, again, they called it out. Merc and Maven called it out in there, but like they got that rotation, and the setup that they had there allowed them to all die out, then all spawn back up, and still have a setup for the new hill. It prevented FaZe from even touching the hill for nearly like what 20 plus seconds. It's just free time based off their setup, and that's time that amateur teams would accidentally give up because they don't have a good setup on that rotation like that. So those are the small things where hill to hill separate pro teams from am teams all day long. And again, Temp's rotation, where he played patiently in the back, was just waiting there till he got the call out that spawns were flipped. Then he pushed forward to help his teammates up the map. Awesome stuff from Temp, and just fantastic plays from the New York Subliners as a whole. I mean, overall in this game, New York's trades were on point, their rotations were on point, their situational awareness was on point, and all of that accumulated into absolutely stomping FaZe on Petro, one of the biggest blowouts of the whole season against the best team in the league. The only way you're going to be a great team like that is by being more technical than FaZe is, because that's the only area where FaZe can potentially be vulnerable, is in the technical aspects of the game itself. They have the gun skill, they have the team play, they have the situational awareness, but sometimes they lack the fundamentals of rotations and setups, and that can be what cost them. In this situation, that's exactly what did against the New York Subliners. And of course, I mean, Zoomaa, Mack, Attach, all the Subliners were frying, and that helps a lot. And at some point, you get demoralized if you're FaZe because you're down so many points early. After 4 hills, they're down by like, what, 140 points or something? It's tough to stay motivated and stay in the game when you're down by that much, and keep your gunny as sharp as it should be when you're getting smoked like that. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It's a little bit shorter of Learn from Pros than normal, but I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you guys did, like, comment, favorite, subscribe. I really do appreciate it, and more content will be coming. I'm gonna be posting an Arclov GB tomorrow, and hopefully more content as well. Maybe a double upload tomorrow. Maybe a double upload tomorrow. I don't know. We'll see. But I hope you guys enjoyed it. And as always, I'm your boy, FaZe Elite, and we will see you next time. I'm out.